During the summer of 1980, John Lennon worked at his vast apartment complex located in the Dakota Building in New York City to record a demo of a new song that he had written and titled "Life Begins at 40." Ringo Starr, a former bandmate of John Lennon's, became the first member of the Beatles to enter the distinctly adult new decade in July of that year. Lennon had designed the song specifically for Starr. On the other hand, Starr would never record the song "Life Begins at 40." The tongue-in-cheek track was stained by tragedy during the time that John Lennon was celebrating his own 40th birthday on October 9th, which turned out to be his final birthday. Just a few yards away from the location where he had been singing optimistically about the years he would never get to see, he would be murdered. 2 months later, he would be dead. Lennon, who had spent the most of the preceding 5 years in his self-proclaimed house husband phase, was working on the song amid a moment of fresh creativity for him. After taking a break from his professional life, he devoted his attention to the upbringing of his son Sean, who was born on October 9th, coincidence. After some time had passed, John Lennon would exclaim, "We're almost like twins." Spending the second half of the decade watching Sesame Street, baking bread, and feeding his cats, the man who had entered the 1970s on the front lines of the cultural and political upheaval alongside his wife Yoko Ono spent his time. By avoiding top 40 radio in favor of easy listening or classical channels, John Lennon had, quite literally, detached himself from the pop music industry. He even let his record contract to expire without being renewed. It was the first time since before he was a member of the Beatles that he was not required to create music for anyone, and he chose not to do so accordingly. The guitar that he played was a souvenir from a previous life that he had hanging over his bed for many years. Nevertheless, John Lennon's creative inspiration came back as the decade of the 1970s came to a conclusion, and by the autumn of 1980, he was already hard at work on his first new album in 5 years. It was clear that he had regained his energy when he released the first track, which was titled "Starting Over." This single had become something of a mission statement for the project. During the first part of his final birthday, John Lennon spent the entire night in the Hit Factory recording studio, where he was working on finishing the mixes for Double Fantasy, which was scheduled to be released the following month.